live. I couldn't hold off anymore.
What is
Kevin?
up?
Kevin slinging bangers.
But also why he has like John Connor has the scar on his face in the future. It's because he's trying to make himself look not hot, so he like cuts himself.
This will turn off the bots.
Yeah, it also
I gotta throw off these gay robots.
It also stemmed from like when the first time like the T-1000 goes to his step parents' house, and they give him the picture, and like the T-1000's like, "That's a good looking boy," and he just keeps saying that. Oh, that's a good looking boy.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Shame I have to terminate him.
Yeah. Yeah,
even though by terminate, I don't mean terminate.
Yeah.
Maybe kiss him a little first.
Yeah. By terminate, I mean kiss on the mouth.
Yeah, with the lady who's not in brown face anymore. I
didn't ever realize that was the same actress.
Yeah, that shattered my reality, dude. And I'm not even Latino in any way that I know of, at least. But like, I remember finding that out as like, I think I was like 14, and I was like, wait, what? And then it's just a thing that pops up constantly now. But yeah, her being Vasquez in Aliens,
just a old-fashioned white lady.
Yeah,
but you eat so many tacos,
right? And then for like, I remember being 14 and seeing it, and like us being poor, and like I don't even think we had internet in the house at that age. I couldn't tell if she was in whiteface for Terminator, or if she was actually Spanish, or if she was in brownface for Aliens. And that's not like something I would just like bring up in school. Everybody would be like, "That's weird." Like,
the teacher.
Yeah, I had like one. I had like one friend in school that was also
a white
movies.
Face question.
Everybody else in school was into like getting HPV and like I don't know.
They were into getting papillomavirus.
Yeah, we had
go down to the.
We had a huge HPV outbreak at our high school and a mono outbreak that literally I ended up being.
What the hell?
I ended up being one of.
And get mono.
Yeah, I ended up being one of 32 kids at my high school for like 3 weeks.
Video game. Mono.
Because there was a mono outbreak from people just like making out with each other way too much.
I was gonna say, did you get made fun of? Like they just called you like Spencer the Virgin.
This no ass getting nerd.
Yeah, he's never kissed anyone.
They all have sores around their mouths. Look at Spencer. He hasn't kissed anybody. Clean mouth. Clean mouth.
Right. Ouch. Look at this man's unscathed face. What a virgin. He's not even beginning.
I bet your wiener doesn't even burn.
Right?
That scab's probably not even from an STD. What a nerd.
Do you even know what
look at Spencer
smells like?
Pee without pain.
Right? I don't know, guys. I think I could do without the peeing broken glass. It's just like, I'll go a long way, but I'm not pretending I like that one.
Or no, you just go the other way. You're like, no, guys, I swear it burns when I pee.
Yeah,
like, I don't know, Spencer.
Right. Ow, ooh, ow, ooh.
My friend who's drawing his sores on so he won't get lumped in with me.
Just put an oatmeal on his face.
Yeah, you virgin. Dude, what do you even have?
Is that
virginitis?
Right. He's just drawn on a third eye, and he's got like pepperoni colored green on him. I don't know, man, but it's real bad. I'm waiting on results.
I'd say we're off to a strong start.
Yeah, right.
Too strong.
We're live?
Quality stuff. Yes, we are live, hanging out.
Hey, everybody.
What is up, Razmaz? We got 4 people in here lurking. We're just doing a little quick stream, warming up before we record off the air tonight, and test out this whole deal with recording on StreamYard and hoping that it actually records and doesn't fuck us.
Like the P1000 would.
Yeah.
The PP1000.
That'd be classic though. I like finally planned for this and everything. I told Jeff today, it was like like destiny that it happened on today of all days. All these things happen, and we kept having to push back the recording date, but it is the anniversary of Highlander. So it's only fucking appropriate.
Christopher Lambert be here.
Yeah, right.
Come on in, Chris.
That would be fucking
Welcome to
insane.
the show.
Hello.
Do you have any dogs?
It was so, yeah. Does anyone have a dog I could have sex with?
Is that what he's known for?
I like it rough.
Yeah.
You don't have to pause for this segment.
All the things out of frame.
Diane Sawyer gave me a Pekingese when I did an interview with her.
Oh shit, too. I just put it on my. I like wrote down a list of movies to watch, and I put that one on the list.
The one where he fucks a dog?
No, where you see his balls again.
Again?
The other one where he fucks a dog?
Yeah.
Yeah, you see his balls again when he's fucking that dog.
Or
the
sorry,
dog's
when you
balls,
see
too.
his balls. I mean, like again, as in we're bringing it up because my brain's just broken. But
Fetch,
what is it?
Not those.
Is it Fortress?
Oh, hell yeah.
That's
Fortress
the name
is
of it.
dope.
Mhm.
Yeah, so they did a 4K like UHD re-release of it like this past year, and I was telling these dudes, I was laughing about it because I had rewatched it like a couple years back, and in the sex scene you can see like the back of his scrotum, and it's hilarious. Like it's like just dipping into shadows,
Yeah.
and then like a couple of days after watching it, I had been listening to a Cumtown episode where they just randomly mentioned it, and it was like perfect synchronicity. And he's talking about how the UHD re-release, you can just full blast see his entire coin purse from the back. And it's because it's like that wasn't in frame in the fucking older version. It was like, that's fucking hysterical. Ever since I've been like, I need to go back and watch like the HD version.
I thought you were going to say, like, a few days later, you were thinking about the movie, and then you were like, did I see Christopher Lambert's balls?
Yeah, exactly. You're like, wait
Like,
a
it doesn't
minute.
hit you till a few days later.
That's how it
Would
feels.
he sign
even
a
more-
still of that at a con? Like a
Yeah,
still of
right?
that picture?
Yeah.
Can you sign it right
Just
on the
screenshot
bag?
it.
Yeah.
I want to like Photoshop it into like it's the speed bag in Mike Tyson's gym. Like, it's just Lambert standing up with his ass cheeks out. Mike Tyson's beating the hell out of him. Oh man, yeah. That's where the Lambert fucking dogs came from, though. Was that got into us trying to figure out his voice, which I realized I just do his voice doing Raiden. I can't do.
Oh, dude, it's so, yeah.
And I thought I had it off, and then I ended up like pulling up clips and was like, oh no, it is that stupid. Like I'm actually pretty close, which is insane. But yeah, I was like, what about all the other movies, all the other things you couldn't see out of frame, like just out of frame, where he's fucking a dog, and it just really
Talking to Ramirez and Highlander.
yeah.
You pan the camera down, he's just fucking a dog.
Fucking this Pekingese. What's up, Padrino? Yeah, that was horrible. That was a great night.
His writer's just a list of dogs.
Yeah,
and a
right.
green M&M.
Just one. I'm on
Well, the
a
Chihuahua
diet.
is his green M&M. That's where he knows if he messed up.
I crack it open and eat it after.
Whoa, he actually did Raiden's voice in Mortal Kombat 11.
It's cream filled like a Cadbury egg.
Like
Those were
creamy
already
jade.
gross to me. Now they're especially gross.
Yeah.
Dude, that was I didn't even put that on the list, but I saw a bunch of people sharing around today, and like not today, it was this like earlier this week, fucking Cadbury Egg evidently ran a new ad where it's two dudes sharing a Cadbury egg in their mouth, like Lady and the Tramp style, but it's the classic Cadbury cream filled. And I forget what the motto even was, like the one-liner they had put on it, because just the picture alone was like so wildly gay and suggestive that I saw it and started laughing and immediately knew like why everybody was pissed off, but was just like dying laughing at how hilarious the picture was. Like it's so overt there might as well be a third guy in the background with his dick out. Like it's insane.
Yeah, that just sounds just disgusting. Like
yeah,
not
it's
even
a
that's too
Cadbury.
weird.
Water.
Just Cadbury eggs are gross.
Yeah, that's my whole thing. Is like Cadbury eggs already gross me out. I don't care about two dudes making out and sharing an egg or whatever, but it's like that is just like a huge turnoff. It's like a person who likes
Can you just
candy.
kiss without the egg, please?
Yeah, this
You
is,
freaks.
yeah. Could you just be like two gay dudes holding the egg? This makes me uncomfortable.
That's better.
Yeah, one guy's just got it taped to his pants and the other guy's biting it.
It's just like really far off in the background. Like it just happened to be in the background of the photo.
Spray it. It's got like way too much cream in it. No, that's at least like 10 eggs worth of cream. Come on, Cadbury.
How many ounces are in this?
Oh, this is the new improved 32-ounce Cadbury egg.
Oh,
32 ounce.
oh my God.
It doesn't
It's a
stop
big gulp.
creaming.
It's a
Why does it
7-Eleven
like chlorine
big
in
gulp
here?
Cadbury egg.
I don't know. They fit all the cream in here.
Yeah.
You're like choking.
I don't know how they get it in, but I know how we get it out.
Yeah.
What's up, Colin? Oh my God. Oh, the cream eggs are common here. Yeah, it's a big thing over in like the UK and Australia.
Yeah, we send them over there. We're like,
Yeah.
get these out of here.
Yeah, it's cool. It's crazy
Take
too
back
because I
Those
feel
freaks
people
like
will
trash.
eat them.
I
Those
feel like all
island
that,
whites will eat them.
yeah, all that like British and like
That's my new term
foreign
for them.
candy shit is
I
like
like
a
that.
coin flip.
If you're from Great Britain or Australia, you're an island white.
Yeah,
I like it's the
island
best for
white.
Great Britain.
that feels wildly offensive for me to even say. I was like, island white? Can I say that?
Just say island honkies.
Yeah.
Island honk. So rude, Kevin.
I don't know how I feel about y'all island honkies.
You know, they're on island honky time.
We don't share water fountains with island
Neighborhood's
honkies.
really gone to shit. Island honk. I almost said Ireland honkies.
Ireland honkies.
I'm one of those, which I guess I'm an island honky.
That's just a subgroup.
Yeah. Drunk Island honky. There's my new Twitter name.
I mean, it's pretty
I'm
good.
gonna be banned this week. Pete's gonna be like, "You need to promote your books more." I'm gonna be like, "Ugh."
Colin says, sadly, they changed it from a thin goo to a shitty paste. In
I'm
Australia.
gonna have to get
Ew.
down to like, guys, friend me on MySpace, where you can get all of the updates on all the comics. Oh man.
Find me on MySpace.
Honkiders sounds like if white people took over and did a tokusatsu. Okay, so it's like white people, but they transform into Japanese monsters.
It's Japanese people in whiteface. They were in like
Yeah.
overalls and straw hats and shit.
Yeah, just stare. Let's drink
That's their
Coca-Cola.
Sentai form. Form move Redneku.
Bob.
Oh, these khakis are nice.
Yeah, right. And they just go like shopping. Today I'm making a bench.
Form of Gap employee.
It's not even 10 minutes. It's already getting racial. That's a record.
Forever 21.
I call Whitey Bleachers. That's gonna be a great little. That's gonna be a great little bit for the show when I send in my 23andMe and find out how incredibly white I am.
It just comes back and it just says 100% honky.
Yeah,
It's just a blank white sheet of paper.
100% drunk island honky. Oh, that can't be real.
It's paper soaked in alcohol.
It still feels bad reading it.
We were
I guess I knew it all along.
we were
I
watching.
call Whitey Bleachers because bleach makes stuff white and toxic. Oh my God. It's
We were-
cool to be racist towards white people.
We were watching UFC last night.
Hit your local white person.
God damn it. We were watching UFC last
Sorry,
night
yeah.
and we are talking how they like walk out, like they'll walk out with like their flag on their shoulders, like from where they're from and everything. But we were just laughing. It's like, what if you did that? But it was like a flag, but it was just a printout of like your 23andMe.
Honky Island.
Just a big flag of your 23andMe. Like, okay, so he's like, 45% Eastern European.
12% Ashkenazi. Oh, that's neat.
Hey, 3% other.
Israel's
hell does that
immediately
mean?
like, hell yes.
What would
That's
the other,
like-
the other would be a jip. It's like other. The whole point is that you're supposed to give me the details.
Yeah.
That was like the argument in Beth's family for the longest time, and like they all got the 23andMe's all at once, and me committing to a bit, they got it and they gave it to me, and I think it was right around the time it wasn't the Golden State Killer, it was some other killer that had gotten caught like the year before him or something from DNA testing.
BTK.
And I made a joke about it though. I was just like, I can't send in my DNA now. That closes off a lot of career options for me. And Beth was just like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
But like, just to like fuck with her and sell that bit, I just refused to send in the DNA for a while. But now I'm also like, what if someone in my family's a serial killer? That'll be pretty wacky. But Beth sent hers in, and it was basically like, I think it was like just over 50% Jewish, which is like in the margin of error. But like there was an
For
argument.
God.
Well, yeah, right. Well, there was an there was an argument for years amongst her family that like her dad, like I don't know if it was like didn't want to believe it or just didn't believe it or what. Someone told him something when he was a kid, but he like didn't think he was fully Jewish until Beth got her
denial.
Yeah, right. Beth got her test results back, and he's like, "Well, I guess Spencer was right." I was like, "I'm not like trying to be mean, but you check like a lot of boxes for a lot of stereotypes."
She's like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah, like if he wore the hat everywhere, I'd fucking not be able to stop laughing around him sometimes. And he knows, and he'll like play it up every once in a while. But he's more like you'd think he grew up in like a New York hood. He doesn't have that like voice or anything. He's very much like a fast talking businessman. But yeah, the like denial of that for so many years, and then Beth getting her fucking DNA back, and I was like, yeah, I told you guys, like your last name is Vorsheimer, and literally there's like less than 20 of them left in the world because of Hitler. Like you are turbo Jewish.
All his hats just naturally shrink into yarmulkes.
Yeah, it's like what is happening? Yeah. It's funny as hell though, because he'll eat bacon and he'll just like smile about it. Like I don't know what's going on in your head, man, but oh no, I know, but it was like there's like a devious look in his eyes, like he's like breaking rules his parents set for him when he was a little Jewish boy. And I've said that to yeah, I've said that to Beth. And I think it's more like parents can't see because they're gone now, but it's like Beth was like, yeah, grandma was very much like the most judgmental Jewish lady in the world, and it's like hysterical hearing stories. It's like every time I see that dude eat bacon, he looks like he's like surfing in outer space in his head. Like
he's just getting away with something.
Yeah, that's acid for him. Like day tripping at a restaurant.
Bacon was a forbidden fruit.
Really? But then Beth will be like, oh yeah, grandma was giving us coffee when we were like 4. And I'm like, that's why you're like 3 feet tall. Like, yeah, yarmulkification.
I know, I've been waiting for that.
Oh my god. I have a fun story. Some very dark folk were trying to do their family tree, paid my grandmother a visit, and she explained they took on the family name after a bastard was legitimized and the rest were freed.
Are you Khaleesi?
Right?
What the hell?
It's like, hang on, you brought a tribe into your family? Did I read that right?
Are you the breaker
We're
of
nomads
chains?
now. Yeah. We freed a whole people, and now we just ride through the desert with them. Like, weren't you just on vacation? Yes, with my tribe.
But isn't that all Australians, really?
To the re-education camp he goes. Jesus. Oh man. All Australians. Australia got their ass beat last night in the UFC. That poor gigantic bitch.
Oh, that was terrible.
Yeah.
No, I didn't see it.
I went into it too. I was like
Like
I
a deer in
know
headlights.
Nunez is like an absolute monster, but I was like, oh, it'd be cool to see this chick win. Like
a Kanga in truck loomies.
Yeah, like I was like, I'm like on that Australia kick now because our biggest fan base is in Australia for the most part, which is wacky. Australia and South America, which if like you asked me like 5 years ago when I got into comics, it would not have been like no one is gonna get me where I come from. Like, family used to own people. Fuck off. Yeah, man. I was rooting for that chick. What was it? Megan Anderson? And then
Megan.
Megan. Fucking heaps big. Like
Megan, yeah.
Yeah. She came out, leave me alone, I'm on Smoko. Hell yeah, man. She came out big as fuck. Me and Jeff were like texting each other, giggling back and forth like idiots.
The worst
like
part,
holy
though,
shit.
Is after she lost, she had to then go and congratulate
the baby.
Yeah, with the baby and be like, "Oh, a nice baby." But, you know, she's thinking like, "Fucking bitch." I have to be nice as the baby here.
She's like clubbed all incoherent, and then I'm like, "Damn." Nunez is like all like polite and humble after too, and I was like, "God damn it!" It's like if she makes it really hard to be like, "Fuck you."
Hey,
like,
meet my baby, or I'll beat your ass again.
Yeah. What was it you said, Kevin? Fucking punched her so hard.
Yeah, she got giraffe legs.
Yeah, dude, that had me dying.
She already did. It was huge.
It's like, holy shit. That's like the perfect though. And her like that moment when her legs just like completely gumbied and her eyes got all crossed, I was like, oh shit, this is over already. It should have been like done right there.
Was just rocking her.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is bad. From the very first like jab,
yeah.
I was like, oh, this is over.
I was really surprised too, because it's like she's a big bitch. Like not like, oh damn, this bitch is huge or she looked roided out or anything, but it's like she's in fucking great shape and she's like a couple inches shorter than me. Like that's a fucking scary woman to go up against for most female fighters.
And her beard's not as full as mine either, but you know.
Yeah, right. Well, I wasn't familiar with her, but like she's
it was
like
Spencer.
Evidently been
wasn't she awesome, guys?
Beating her ass through the weight class. And then just couldn't do anything with Nunez.
Yeah. She had such a reach advantage too, and like it was crazy.
That's why I think I told you I thought she was gonna reverse it on the ground when they first got into that grapple, because it was like she's so tall she could straight up stand up right now if her brain were working right, and it would just like roll her over into top mount. But I was like, you need way better technique than she had on the ground, and your brain not to be complete fucking scrambled eggs in that moment, which it was right after she had been clubbed in the face like 4 times and got all giraffe legged, like Kevin said. I was like, yeah, no, she's down there like, what are marbles? Licking the mat.
I'm on Smoko.
Yeah.
Fight.
She just kept yelling heaps. Like,
I need a Chico.
Where's
Chico
the Chico hand?
Chico me.
She broke me Chico hand. Gumbied, yeah, she turned green clay. Yeah, man. Fucking Nunez hit her with the pokey. She needed to do the ground pound. She had like every advantage physically, but Nunez is like that like corn-fed looking, like I don't know what her background is, but it looks like she just like grew up on a farm like pulling cows around. Like
I think it was like Joe Rogan.
Maize fed?
Maize fed?
Yeah.
I think Joe Rogan though said like at one point like just how explosive she is, and I was like, that's the whole thing. Is like even if she kept Nunez at a distance, like she's just too fast for her, basically.
Yeah. Well, that was the whole thing. Is like with your reach advantage, I was expecting her to like take it to the ground and try and like bar her up with something.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh no, like she couldn't even protect the first assault. Like one hit connected. It was like, oh yeah, she's dead. Like at least she didn't. Who was that other chick who got beaten into a beluga whale like last year?
Shevchenko?
Yeah. No, it wasn't Shevchenko. It was
Joanna something, I think.
Joanna Jędrzejczyk.
Oh yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, beluga whale's a great term for what happened to her.
Dude,
Didn't she beat Nunes?
I straight up
Different weight division?
I straight up walked out of the room.
I don't think I saw that one live. I think I was like working, so I missed that one. But then saw like the aftermath, and I was like, Jesus Christ!
I straight up like felt myself. I was like, I'm gonna fucking throw up. Like I've seen people like get shot and shit. I've seen some horrendous shit like in person, and like that. Just watching on UFC, I was like, oh god, like how have they not stopped this? Yeah, when you like come out looking more like a dolphin than a human, like. I don't know. Has that chick fought again? Like
Kyle's dad.
Her air hole's clogged.
Oh my god, dude.
And there was that knee.
Throw her back in the water.
Yeah.
There was that knee from Peter Yan to Aljamain.
That was just such a bummer all around.
Oof.
Like the circumstances of his stupid fucking coaches telling him to knee him in the face.
I mean, it was just so clean too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. Like there's people like commenting online like, damn, he really hammed up that knee. I was like, damn, you motherfuckers have really never been in a fight. Like,
yeah. He's for sure very concussed.
Yeah, I was like, my fat ass knees you in the side of the head, you're gonna be fucked up beyond belief. Let alone a man jacked out of his mind who knees people for a living, like.
At 80 miles an hour.
Yeah, and that was just like that felt like a PSA on not kneeing people in the head. Like, let's just give them the cleanest connection you've ever fucking seen on a knee to the head. And for a moment,
horsepower.
Oh yeah, like for a moment, my gorilla brain was like, "Fuck yeah!" Like it felt like old UFC.
UFC 1.
Yeah, exactly. That's like all I could think of. But then I was like, "Oh wait, that's like wicked illegal." Like immediately, like the moment after. Oh yeah, right. And like that, the dude said it best though. Was it Algernon or what? Algermain.
Aljamain, yeah.
Fucking. A lot of fighters I was like really unfamiliar with because I just don't have the time to fucking keep up with MMA anymore. But that dude came in and I was like, oh shit, this is going to be a cool fight. The few times I've seen Jan fight in the past, he's been absolutely fucking wild. So it's like, this is going to be really cool. And it was one of the best fights of the night up until that moment. And it's like, damn, man, like this was a great fight. Like, I was hoping too. I was like, is this going to be like a Rocky moment where this Aljo dude is just like beat to fuck and somehow drops him at the end? Is like, nope, it's gonna be the exact opposite of that. It's just wildly depressing. He's gonna get kneed to the side of the head and it's just gonna go into that weird, like, I don't know what it is with the UFC, but every time something like that happens, it turns into that like playground mentality where everybody's 5 and it looks like everybody's about to cry.
Yeah.
Like even Dana White's like misty-eyed in the background, like everybody's confused and doesn't know what to do. Like if there's
Sterling
not a precedent,
he raised his arm. He was like, you don't think he's gonna cry, and he was confused at the same time.
Yeah, it looks like everybody got a concussion. Like the whole room got
kneed
in the head.
A candy bar. We're gonna buy you a candy bar. I want to go home.
Like a
worry,
shockwave that just hit the crowd.
That concussive blast of that knee gave everyone a concussion.
And the Russian
retardation
already
wave
had
just...
one. Yeah, dude. Yeah, the Russian coaches are just retarded. I don't know what that was all about. I love that too. I was waiting for the reactionary crowd to be like, coaches need to start speaking only English. Like I was like, where is it?
Or
like,
die.
Yeah.
Putin says kill him.
It felt so ominous too in the replay where you hear them yell out the like 2 words in Russian. I think it was Russian. And they yell it out and then he just fucking like knee straight to the head like Terminator.
What if they were saying knee yet? but he only heard the first part.
And I think they tried to say at one point that they just said to hit him, not to knee him.
He's like, well, I did.
But it's funny because that's like over in Russia, that's just like straight like sambo combat. Like that's just their normal, like they're kneeing each other in the face like constantly with no concussion protocols. There's like fucking
it's a Russian high five.
Yeah, like make brain thicker.
That's a normal day in Russia. You just get kneed in the face first thing in the morning.
Yeah. Good morning.
Hello,
Thrown out
Grandma.
a plate glass window. Like, on 30th birthday, they throw you out window.
Yeah.
4 stories up. Like, 1 story higher every 10 year after that.
You survive, you get 1 scoop of Baskin Robbins.
Yes. We have old man in village,
bless
lived
capitalism.
120.
Only Baskin, no Robin.
He throw himself out window every year.
We only have 3
Love
flavor.
3 flavors.
Flavor 1, flavor 2, flavor 3. You don't know what they are.
You say it
Welcome to Putin Robbins.
just called Baskins. Baskin, the glory of Putin.
Flavor 1 is brown.
Chernobyl green.
Those are just colors. They're flavor 2.
Island white.
Open their mouths and they're just glowing.
Yeah, a real prip rat ash.
Ooh, island white, how tropical.
Sadness, disappointment, and dirt, the 3 flavors. Well, that's the ingredients.
It tastes like blood pudding.
Oh, God. Yeah, like fucking liverwurst ice cream. Mm.
Oh.
There's laws.
Why'd you
Everything
say
behind
that?
the Iron Curtain must suck. Like,
I have a friend that lived in Russia. He
What?
lived there. I had a friend that got his degree in Russian
he said,
linguistics. and he
even the
lived there.
books don't work right.
And he said, even today, like it's still like feels like you're behind the Iron Curtain. Like it's
Oh,
just
yeah.
kind of shady and dirty. And he got chased by guys with knives a couple times.
It's weird too because we deal with a lot of them in work. Without getting too into it, we had one client though. We went out to dinner with him years ago, and he was like, "Yes, you get on train in Moscow, American foreigner, not from Russia. You get on train Moscow late night. You don't get off train, they never find you."
Cool. Can't wait
He's
to
like,
go.
Because
Yeah,
because
He's like,
train
chop,
is
chop, chop,
magic.
chop, chop. Yeah, chop, 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 chop.
You
chop,
end
chop.
up Harry Potter world.
Well, no, they're basically like chop you up and sell all your parts, or you're like a hooker.
A lot of the
But yeah,
Russian
I like
Cop me
Russian
up, please.
Hogwarts though, where you're just
Yeah.
pulled into being a commie wizard.
a lot of the Russian teenagers come to America and work at like Ocean City and Myrtle Beach, which is the weirdest thing. You know, you just go into like Ripley's Believe It or Not museum, and there's just Russian people like, "Hello, would you
One
like
of
to see world tallest man?"
One of the funniest things to me was there was a dude who came from out there who came with like a collective of dudes they would do business with. God, I don't want to say his name. Not that you could track him down. It's like a very Russian name, but
Say it.
I think like Alexei.
No, don't say it.
Oh, I thought you said
sound
say
so
it.
much,
Kidding.
my
I was
friend.
kidding.
Yeah, I'm easily convinced. But yeah, he would come over wearing those like color blocked like 80s, 90s windbreakers.
It's like
And he-
stereotypical Slav.
Yeah, and I'm not kidding. And he had like a bowl cut mullet.
Oh,
Like
that's
someone,
too good.
yeah, like someone put a bowl on his head and then just cut like the front 2/3 of hair off and left like
Leave
the
party in
back.
back.
It was this like weird like dye antword haircut.
Only one person invited to party. Me.
Yeah.
Insane.
That's what
but
that haircut says for sure.
the funniest thing about it was he would come and he would buy a bunch of shit off of our boss, and the biggest thing was he's part of this collective of dudes, and like most of the dudes show up in like business suits and shit. And this guy literally looks like a mafia drug runner from like the late 70s. It's like a cartoon character. Like if I ever go to a show and see him again, because a lot of them haven't been over here since COVID started. If I ever see him again, I need to like snap a picture and send him to Kevin to draw into something, because he's like like something we would create.
That's awesome.
You guys think we're funny drawing pictures of me like this?
Yeah. Oh yeah, he could probably beat us to death too. Like under his windbreaker, he's probably just covered in like
just,
Eastern Promises tattoos. But yeah, they would come over here and they would buy fucking boxes and boxes of newly minted pennies. Just pennies.
We have loafer fetish over there.
They would go into villages, and the villagers thought it was the coolest thing, so they could sell American pennies to villagers for like $1 a piece over there.
Worth 1,000 rubles.
No, like legit, they would make a fucking stupid amount of their money over there selling pennies to people as just like heirlooms. And I guess some villagers and stuff in the areas they would go to would like start turning them into jewelry and stuff with a little bit of copper and shit that's in it. But it's like fucking pennies, dude. They would buy them by the case and then go hustle like poor people in Russia with them.
They used to bring us blue jeans. Now just pennies.
Yeah.
Like a legit business.
Yeah, this was my first experience with Russian businessmen, and then like John Wick came out, and I was like, "Yeah, these guys probably deserve it."
That's probably what they're doing when they go over there and they sell it. The penny, they're like, "Oh, picture of Keanu Reeves on penny." It's just Abraham Lincoln.
There's like one of them that's like really nice and like modest, and like he's got a daughter like mine and Beth's age who's really nice and went to school over here, and he's like a dual citizen and everything. But even he gives me like a Viggo Mortensen and Eastern Promises vibe. Like I'm like, and his name's Vlad, so I'm like, yeah, he killed somebody in a past life.
Oh, he does that thing where he points to his throat.
Yeah, the fucking two-fingered throat. Like, I don't know what you're saying right now, but I feel dead already. Yeah, no, like I remember he took his glasses off one time, and I was like, if he starts to polish these, he is straight up about to tell someone they're ready to die.
He takes the glasses off and he just has 2 glass eyes, and you're like, what the hell is going on?
Your
then he pops those out to polish.
Yeah.
That's when shit's serious when he starts polishing his glass eye.
Yeah, beats you to death with his glass eyes in his hands.
He puts them in his sock. Just beats you with it.
Amazing.
What, you think I would use American pennies for that?
Yeah, dude.
He just keeps going, takes off his fake ears and his fake nose. It's like, what the fuck is going on?
We'll probably see him before we see any of the other guys again. I gotta be like, yo, can I get a picture with you?
For my podcast?
Fucking amazing, man. The Russians. I'm like I'm desperately wanting to go back to New York, but I feel like it's gonna be weird with everything going on. And
I heard it's pretty crazy there right now. Like old New York's coming back.
Oh yeah. Death Wish New York. We gotta send Mexican Bronson in. Or Peruvian, wherever the fuck he was from. Where was that again?
I don't remember where he's from.
Why don't you be like Italian? I have the worst memory.
No, I think you're right. I think he is like South American.
Yeah, I thought he's like South American.
He's like 5 feet tall.
Yeah, I can't remember his name.
Just like a little kid with an old man face.
Green. That'd be hilarious. He's 12. That's my son Paco.
He worked in mines since he was 6.
Yeah.
That's my son, Paco Sr.
Yeah.
He's already got 3 kids of his own.
Yeah. When he was born, they gave him the senior title.
He's retired.
When he was a baby, they used him as a coal canary, but he never died, wrapped up in his blanket with only his face exposed. He aged rapidly.
Just chewing on coal.
He's got the body of a 20-year-old man and the face of Charles Bronson.
Now. Charles Bronson now.
I was raised in the Bronson.
You think, like, because I don't think that guy got plastic surgery. Doesn't he just look like that?
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Yeah, like I would fucking love like a movie about the guy that showed him Bronson. And that day.
Oh, like a movie like The Room, like Seth Rogen did.
Yeah, like
a reenactment of it.
You know, that's some insane like John Milius coked up white dude who was just like vacationing in South America and was like, Charles? Chuck, is that you? Like, the fuck?
And then like
Didn't
a Peruvian Elvis walks by.
Yeah, like
Elvis.
Bolivian Tupac goes by the other way.
What is that? Us, but instead of it being underground, it's just down in South America. There's a Spanish version of everyone.
Just reincarnated dead celebrities.
Yeah, see, every time you die, there's a South American version of you born.
Marilyn Monroe?
He lives out the same life, just slightly not as good.
It's also kind of looking at a carnival mirror.
He still makes Grindhouse movies.
Look like them,
but they're not as well funded. Like he's literally living the exact same life as Bronson. It's amazing. This is
making Death Wish. He's making Wish Death.
Yeah, could you imagine too? That guy was.
He just wants to die.
That guy was like the #1 doctor in like like Peru, and then fucking some asshole was like, wow, you look exactly like Charles Bronson, and he's just like, I am done being a doctor.
Wish Death 3 was the saddest.
Wish Death.
They're all just about him getting killed for the whole hour and half of the movie. It's not him killing anybody, it's everybody killing him.
90 minutes of him getting lit the fuck up. Thrown out of windows.
Like worse than that Amanda Nunes fight. It's just like sad to watch.
Telenovelas are
swelling
bad.
up.
That's why his
my
face is like
God.
Bronson. He's actually a really handsome man who gets beat up all the time.
El Patrino said you're describing me. Ryan says Mexicans have skills, and then what was it? Rasmus being hardworking and lazy at the same time. Isn't Rasmus also Mexican?
Yes, he is.
It's an art form. Oh my God. Yeah. That's
So funny. I see
hilarious.
them talking about telenovelas in the chat, and a friend of mine, a white dude from Utah, was like the head writer at Univision in LA for a bunch of their telenovelas. A friend of mine that co-wrote Death Betty, my Death Betty book with me. Like, so it's super funny that like you think like, oh, it's some like authentic dude, and they're like, nope, here's this white kid from Utah. He speaks good Spanish and he's a good writer. Just have him do it.
Oh my God.
It's like a Mormon dude.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, seriously, he was raised that and everything, and he went out looking for a writing gig, and someone's like, "You speak good Spanish, right?" And he's like, "They're looking for someone at Univision." He's like, "What? They're not gonna hire me," and they did.
I don't know how I passed Spanish in high school. Like I was not good at learning another language ever. I am doomed.
I feel like you were probably just moved on by a lot of teachers.
Oh no, I like killed it in a lot of stuff, but like Spanish was one of those things where I was just like, I guess I'm never gonna get this. And then they were like, why don't you try French? And I did that for a week, and I was like, this is worse. Can I go back to Spanish? But I like
we'll pass you if you can read this Taco Bell menu.
yeah,
Oh,
I made it through Spanish, and then it's like,
Taco?
can I do like ye old English or something? Like, yeah, it's bad. I'm just like an idiot with languages. And now that I've, hit my brain a bunch of times, I'm probably not any better.
I found a menu I made in Spanish class in high school just this last week. I'll have to pull it up for the show sometime. But like, I don't even remember making it. Like the pages are all yellow now and stuff, but it's like this fake menu, and there's like a chili pepper, and he's saying "Mamacita's in the kitchen." That was like the restaurant slogan.
I can parse like weird words that I remember hearing a bunch, and like having friends that spoke like fluent Spanish and hanging out around it a lot. There's like stuff you pick up on just from like being around it a lot, and like like body language and shit like that. But there's so much shit now that was like, there's a point in time where in school I had to be able to be somewhat fluent in it and hold conversations, and none of that is in my brain anymore.
No, I was the same way. Like, I've never done good in formal like language classes in high school or college. But when I was in Italy for study abroad and forced to have to learn the language to get around, it is much more natural that way, because you kind of pick it up, you know, in
The
actual
old
interactions opposed to learning like the grammar and, you know, figuring out
that
all the
I get
different
called gay by
masculine,
Italians all
feminines
day.
and shit.
Can you speak Spanish, Kevin?
I can like understand more than I can speak, but
Yeah, me too.
it's like I only know like a few things.
So wildly confident, you two.
No, like, I bet it's the same with
Immediately
Kevin though. Like,
fizzled out.
if he was surrounded by it for a weekend, it comes back to you like pretty quick.
Yeah,
But-
because I mean, like when I was like a kid, like when we were hanging out with like all the cousins and stuff like that, like
Mhm.
all the adults, like all my aunts and uncles, they all spoke Spanish like fluently, and like my grandma always spoke to me in Spanish, and like for the most part, I think I retained like a lot of that. But yeah, I mean, here where I live now, it's like you don't really hear it that often, but where I live is kind of weird too. But I mean, when I lived down south, like in Port Hueneme, I feel like it was a lot more common just because we were around family members that, you know, spoke nothing but Spanish.
Yeah. 'Cause that's why it's like my mom's whole thing. Like, I didn't know till I was like 5 or 6 years old that my mom just was like sort of always like passively fluent in Spanish from growing up out there. I was like, what the fuck? She's like, yeah. And then like I met my grandparents from out there, were like wildly like old school, like kind of cowardly racists. Is that like, oh, grandma and grandpa, like, oh. It was like my mom would be like, yeah, I don't know how they're like that, because we literally were just like, all our friends were Mexican growing up. She's like you couldn't live in California and be broke and not live in like a Spanish community. And she's like, mom and dad are just weird. Like, fucking. But my mom always spoke Spanish. I didn't pick up on any of that shit. She was like basically probably the only reason I fucking graduated, because that was mandatory when I was in high school. I don't know if it was for you guys, but
It was like supposed to be, but I like just somehow never actually took a foreign language class.
ooh,
I'm
you
pretty
got
sure-
really lucky.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure a lot of like half the time I wouldn't fill out like the form for like what electives you wanted to take. So like one time I just got put in sewing and then like clearly wouldn't do any of the work and would just like basically be a shithead. So then they're like, we're just gonna put you in a different class. Like, you can't be in this class anymore.
You've been
like-
upgraded.
Fine with me.
That's why we make fun of traditional Spanish from Spain. Yeah, isn't there just like all different sort of, I don't know if it would be
Castilian
dialects,
Spanish is from Spain, I think.
versions of Spanish, I guess.
Yeah, there's like up here, like Gabby, working at a grocery store, she'll deal with people that are like Oaxacan, and like that Spanish is like completely different than
Mhm.
like other Spanish. It's just like
Yeah.
even some
Yeah,
of
my
her
uncle
coworkers-
can like pick out all the different accents. Like,
Yeah.
someone could be
That's-
talking and he's like, "Oh, they're from here." You can tell from their accent.
Yeah, that's
I'm like,
wacky.
damn.
Oh, that's a white guy being Mexican.
That's stolen valor, way.
That's like when I found
that's
out
Louis C.K.
as I got older, finding out about like Native Americans and how like, oh, you know how they just like passively mentioned like there were different tribes and things, is like, did you know they all spoke different languages and shit? And I was like, what the fuck? Like that wrinkled my brain. It's like, I was a really dumb kid.
There's more than one of them?
Yeah. Well, no, I was like, the way like early on in fucking school out here, it was basically like, so there were Indians, and you're like, oh, like it's one big like collective, like, but just a society of Indians. It's like, no, there's like a lot more nuance to it, and all these cool different fucking tribes. Like, that's when I started researching Apaches and shit like that, learning about all these different cultures and Like they got all different, like almost like they have the same gods, but fucking all different names for them and stuff.
Apaches have rad helicopters too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the best.
I don't know how they lost the war against the white man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
right.
crazy.
How? God, that'd be a rad comic book.
Geronimo and an Apache helicopter.
Yeah. The Native Americans go back in time with Apache helicopters to save their lineage.
All weapons that are named after them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I now can't. The Tonto. That's kind of racist, I feel like.
But
But it's a samurai sword.
Yeah, you meant the Japanese Tonto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's
Tonto.
what I did. That's what I did meet. But then I was
Tonto-san.
like, wait, Tonto is like a bad stereotype. Never mind. A Native American joke. That's what we're gonna find out. I'm just like the palest native dude ever. Like, Mom, you never told me.
We didn't want you to carry that burden, son.
Yeah.
You are the last of the Mohicans.
We didn't want you to be a white
I'm
brown
going
guy
gambling whether you want me to or not.
in a white man's world.
Spencer starts braiding his hair.
Oh my god.
Putting beads
on
Selling
his
us
jacket.
cigarettes.
I would, and
Tax-free.
you guys couldn't talk shit about me. Yeah, I'd go hang out at Mohegan Sun.
You're like, these
Probably
damn
get my
white devils
ass
took our land. They're like, what is this white guy talking?
Yeah.
They're probably used to it though. There's a lot of white people that do that.
Yeah, you have to go through like a bunch of verification and shit for that. You can't just like roll up to a tribe and be like, "I'm one of you." I'm sure there's like autistic
how it works.
Midwesterners doing it like left and right, but
But you know how like the joke of the KKK is that like it's 3,000 members is like 2,500 members are actually FBI. It's like the same thing with
Yeah.
like Indian tribes now, where it's like it's mostly just white people who have found they have 1%
That's-
DNA, and now like they join the tribe. and everything.
that's amazing because that's like the Theseus's ship of fucking that's been trending all week because of Marvel. That's the Theseus's ship of the KKK. Is it really the KKK anymore, or is it just the FBI? I propose we
They
stop
realize
calling
that their
it
KKK meetings are just at FBI headquarters all of a sudden. They're like,
Yeah,
wait a second.
I
When did
propose
this
we stop
transition
calling
happen?
it the Theseus's ship theory, and we start calling it the FBI is the KKK theory.
They're all radioing each other under their masks. I think we got one. Over.
There would be zero KKK crime if these guys weren't pretending to be the KKK.
you're just getting briefings that are like put on white robe, say N-word. Oh my
But I'm not
god.
even a gamer.
My god, my checks have the president's signature on them. I just remembered that's Joe Biden now.
It still works. It always works.
Nothing changes. Oh, what a cruel world we live in.
Same sheet, different day.
Yeah. Different old man skin stretched over a skeleton. They
Same
should
old
just start
white man,
using the same
different sheet.
skeleton. Yeah, right. New sheets felt cute.
Definitely gonna delete this later.
Hashtag
Yeah,
Monday.
right? Definitely gonna delete this later. It's like burning cross. All my homies hate crosses. God damn, do we even need a premium episode tonight? This was a banger.
I think that's a good one to go out on, and then do the premium next.
Yeah, I think it's a good break time.
Yeah, right. We will we'll pop off now, guys. I'd say we're warmed up. Jesus. Thanks for hanging out with us. Holy shit.
Comic Ship tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern. Join us. Join me on my channel.
Yes, plugs.
Nice.
Kevin, you got a fucking trade paperback dropping, right? Grit, right?
Yeah, it's grit time.
Yeah, I don't. It should be coming out in like the next like 2 weeks. I don't
Yes.
remember. They didn't give us like an exact date.
Anytime now, but I'm pretty sure you can pre-order it, right?
Yeah, you can definitely pre-order it. You can go to your local comic store. You can pick up Grit. It's got the 3 issues that I did, and I think like 3 extra stories done by a few other artists.
Hell yeah. And
Awesome,
then
dude.
Can't Kill Cade, which issue 2 should be off to the printer real soon, and it's absolutely fucking nuts. That and Voidwalker, obviously, you guys can get. I've been posting about the Voidwalker sculpt I'm doing right now too, which is up on Twitter and shit like that. I'll be doing one for Cade as well, and those guys are going to be available very soon. Colin, if your local comic shop has Scout Comics, right? That's where it's at.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's only at Colin's comic book store. That's the only
yeah,
place you can get
it's
Grit.
exclusively
get
at
it
that
there.
one place in Australia, that Tribal Comics store.
But they do have
That's run
curbside
by the
pickup.
tribe Colin saved. Yeah. Hit that like button on the way out. Comic ship tomorrow night. City of Rot obviously is still up on Indiegogo. Limited perk tiers are up, but those will be up until we go to print. Shirt Screen is in. Hammerella is still available. All the links are in the description as always. And we're about to pop off and record the first episode for our Patreon, which the link is all the way down at the bottom in the video description for that as well. If you want to sign up for that shit, $12 for the year for the base tier and get in on all this nonsense. We're doing the first episode right now. And Kevin's Patreon is also in there, which gets you access to all sorts of juicy little bits, all the behind the scenes stuff on all the crazy fucking work this dude is doing constantly.
I'm working on that right now. Tomorrow's post is going to be I took a page from the Silver Surfer that Mobius did, and I'm going to recreate the page. So
Cool.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Check it out, dudes. And we're going to get off here now and go record that episode. Take it easy.
Was it worth the girth, Island Honkies?